The battleground was a storm of dust and fractured metal, as the human named. Orion stepped through the shattered entry gate of the outpost. He had only meant to scout the abandoned sector for survivors, yet the distant echo of clashing steel had drawn him deeper. He moved with quiet steps, senses sharp, aware that the region was known for roaming factions and discarded warriors who did not trust trespassers. The sky had a faint violet tint, shaped by the strange atmosphere of the world, and every gust of wind carried the scent of scorched terrain. He paused near a broken column where alien script had once been carved. The place had clearly been a stronghold for a warrior clan. Everything about the architecture screamed discipline, training, and tradition. As he moved forward, he heard a single breath. It was not loud, but it was enough. A tall figure stood in the middle of the courtyard. She had ivory armor, marked by deep cracks. Strange patterns glowed faintly along her arms, and her eyes carried a mix of fury and fear. She held a blade made of some radiant alloy that hummed like a pulse of light. He lifted his hands to show he was unarmed. The alien warrior woman stared at him in silence. Then the weapon slipped from her fingers and clattered to the ground. Her eyes widened, trembling, and she whispered with a voice that carried disbelief, "You are her." Orion froze. The air felt heavier. He did not understand what she meant. He did not know who she was referencing. Yet something about the way she said it sent unease through him. She sank to one knee, pressing a hand against her chest as if greeting someone of high honor. That made no sense. He was no leader. He was no figure of legend. He was a mechanic back on his old ship and had only taken up scouting after most of his crew had gone missing during a raid. He took a step forward. "I think you have the wrong person." Her head lifted. Her silver eyes studied him, tracing every line of his face as if trying to confirm something she had believed for a long time. "Your aura matches hers. Your presence feels the same as the one we were told would return. Our teachings said that the guide would walk among us again when our home was falling. But she was lost long ago. If you carry the same light, that changes everything." He almost laughed. Light was not something he knew about. Yet he saw honesty in her shaking posture. She was not lying. She believed what she said. That alone kept him from backing away. "What is your name?" She hesitated, as though unsure if she was allowed to speak casually. Then she lowered her head. "Lyra." Her armor suggested command rank. Her manner suggested noble lineage. Her exhaustion suggested she had been fighting for far too long. He helped her stand. She accepted his hand with a cautious grip, her skin cool and faintly luminescent. When she rose, he saw the injury along her left side. A deep burn wound ran beneath her armor. She had been struggling to remain upright long before he arrived. "You need medical attention." "I can move." "The danger is not over. More will come. They always do. The clan is in disarray, and the oppressors want to erase the old traditions. If you truly carry the light, then you cannot fall into their hands." He frowned. "I do not carry anything except bad luck." She held his wrist suddenly. Her grip had surprising strength for someone wounded. She studied him as if trying to read something beneath his skin. "No, there is something in you. I have felt it before in the relics of our past. It is the same pulse, the same warmth, the same path our seer once followed. If they discover you, they will try to claim you or silence you. You must stay with me." He did not know her. He did not understand her beliefs. Yet everything around him felt like a story already in progress, and he had simply stepped into it. He nodded. She relaxed slightly at that. Lyra bent down to retrieve her fallen blade. The metal shimmered at her touch. She moved with reverence, like one who had trained from childhood. They walked together across the courtyard. As they traveled deeper into the outpost ruins, he noticed strange banners torn by battles. Each had symbols of an ancient order. Lyra explained them with somber tone. This was once a sacred place. My people trained here under strict guidance. We were meant to protect the balance of our world. But the new regime feared our purpose. They attacked. We fought. Many fell. The seer who held the relics vanished. The teachings scattered. Honor was broken. She paused by a shattered column. And without our guide, everything collapsed. Orion looked around. War always left stories behind. Some ended in despair. Others waited for new voices to shape their next chapter. What makes you think I am connected to this guide of yours? She exhaled slowly. The story said the guide arrived from beyond the stars. She was not one of us by birth, yet her heart shaped our path. When danger rose, she shielded us. When storms came, she stood firm. When darkness tried to claim our future, she became our future. She vanished one day during a great conflict. The seer predicted she would return in another form. The light never dies. It moves onward. It finds a new place to grow. When I saw you, the light surged in the air. He touched his chest with disbelief. I am no guide. I can barely fix a broken drone. Lyra showed the faintest smile. Light appears in unexpected vessels. They climbed a slope until they reached a high balcony overlooking the valley. Orion saw smoke spiraling in the distance. Strange war machines hovered near the horizon. Lyra tightened her grip on her blade. They are coming. They hunt anyone who resists. Orion's instinct urged him to run. Yet he found himself stepping closer to Lyra. Something about her unwavering resolve anchored him. We cannot stay here. There is one place left. A hidden chamber beneath the sanctuary hall. It holds the shard of the relic. If it resonates with you, then the truth will reveal itself. He raised the brow. And if it does not? She turned to him with calm certainty. Then I will protect you until we find another path. They moved through broken corridors. Orion helped her whenever her wound made her wobble. She accepted his support quietly, though her pride flickered each time. Her culture likely prized strength above all else. Yet she did not push him away. When they reached the sanctuary hall, the wide doors lay shattered. Sunlight filtered through the cracks, revealing a floor carved with deep spirals and ancient lines. It felt sacred even in ruin. Lyra guided him toward a circular platform. Beneath it rested a hidden chamber accessible by a mechanism that still functioned. When she pressed her palm to a panel, the platform lowered with a soft rumble. The chamber below was silent and cold. A crystal shard floated above a pedestal, glowing with faint golden light. The warmth in the air surprised Orion. Lyra stepped back. Touch it. He hesitated, but curiosity won. As his hand neared the shard, it pulsed like a heartbeat. When his fingers made contact, the chamber filled with a warm radiance. The air vibrated. Lyra gasped softly. It responds. It accepts you. He tried to speak, but the sensation overwhelmed him. Memories he did not own flickered through his mind. A woman with calm strength. A people seeking unity. A battle where she gave everything to protect them. A farewell whispered to the stars. A promise that her spirit would rise again when needed. When the light dimmed, he stumbled back. Lyra caught him before he fell. Are you well? I saw something. I saw her. She was real. She existed. Lyra nodded. You are her successor. Her echo. The new path for our people. He ran a hand through his hair. I did not ask for this. None who carry great roles ever do. But fate chooses with purpose. And I will follow you. Before he could answer, the chamber shook. The war machines had arrived. Their weapons fired at the sanctuary hall above. Dust rained down. "We must leave now." They sprinted out as beams tore through the walls. Lyra guided him across narrow passages. They emerged outside where hostile soldiers advanced in formation. Lyra stood in front of him with blade raised. Her stance showed she was prepared to defend him at any cost. "Stay behind me." "No, we run together." Her eyes widened for a moment. "You would fight with me." He nodded. "The light may be in me, but it shines brighter with others beside it." Lyra inhaled with renewed strength. "Then let us stand as one." They moved as a unit, dodging blasts and weaving between fallen pillars. Orion used his knowledge of machinery to trigger a collapsed defense turret, forcing the attackers to retreat momentarily. Lyra struck with swift precision, disabling foes without taking their lives. Her discipline impressed him. As they reached a hillside, a loud explosion knocked Lyra off balance. Orion caught her before she hit the ground. Her wound reopened. She groaned softly. "Go without me." "Not happening." He lifted her onto his back and ran. The world blurred. The machines behind them targeted his trail, but he did not stop. Lyra rested her head against his shoulder, her breath weak yet steady. "Why do you carry me?" "Because you believe in me more than I believe in myself." "I will not let that fall." Her fingers brushed his arm lightly. "Then you truly are her successor." They reached an old transport craft hidden under vines. Orion activated it with effort and lifted off as enemy forces flooded the valley. The craft soared into the sky, leaving the chaos behind. Only when the engine steadied did he finally relax. He looked at Lyra. She watched him with quiet awe. "Your choices mirror hers. Your heart stands firm. You bring hope where there was none." He sighed softly. "I am still just Orion." Her gaze softened. "Then Orion will be the name our future follows." He stared at the horizon. A new path had begun. He did not know where it would lead. He only knew one thing.